Hi everyone, Sarge Ali here, SA1 Boxercise as the title is, at Ringtone Boxing Gym in Drummond Street with the owner of the establishment.
Ben the Entertainer Day, the best gym in London, in the world.
Absolutely. Nice little venue as well, in a nice location. So we're just going to have a little chat with Ben, been quite a few years, couple of years since I met him really, I think.
Seen you in a while.
Seen you in a while.
Yeah. Well, I've seen you on Facebook, on social media.
On social media, Instagram and what have you. And obviously a few great fighters have been through the doors here, haven't they?
Many.
So we're just going to have a quick catch up after all these years. Some of the things I know because of what Ben's posted on social media, but it's always nice to catch up and give fans, boxing aficionado, a bit of insight. Yeah, absolutely. So just a quick sort of background check. You know, you like me, you're an adopted Londoner.
That's right, all the way from Devon.
Devonian.
We talk like that down there.
Down there, yeah. Not much in the way of a boxing industry there, is there? So you know, you sort of like fell into boxing.
I was always good at sports, judo, gold medals in judo, football, running, district, county level.
Very good at running, don't you?
Everything. I don't want to sound like an idiot here, but you know, I could have done a lot in football as well. Torquay United. Trials with Seth Johnson, he ended up playing for Derby. Yeah. But then when my father died, I decided to go down the alcohol route, and that was fun as well. Yeah,
fun and games, as they say.
But yeah.
So then you moved to London, like me, sort of like. How old were you? You was 18, weren't you?
No, about 17.
I'd say
moved forced.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I had
no choice. Yeah. Ended up here. I don't know how I got here. I think M4, M5, isn't it?
Yeah,
M5, M4.
Yeah.
Or A3 or 3.
Yeah, whichever way you came. You got there in the end. All roads lead to London.
That's right.
Yeah, the cobble path to London.
There you go.
Streets of gold, as they say, supposedly. But you didn't get into the boxing straight away when you moved into London, did you? So if you keep it on the boxing track.
No.
It was a sort of, obviously you're a tradesman.
Well, not a very good one. Once I put a cat flap at the top of the door and not the bottom. It was some cat. I was useless carpenter, but I built my own gym, so it served a purpose.
Yeah, no, but you got the skills, and it's always good to have a trade.
I was drunk, and I went onto the building site. I was one of the first people to ever get breathalyzed. They said if this turns green, you're offside. Dark green, smoke started coming out of it and everything. So, but no, it was.
Auspicious start.
Then, they liked me anyway, so they just get off site, come back in a couple of days when you're sobered up.
But okay, so they were quite safe.
But only because they liked me.
Yeah.
So they. Started at 23. I poked my nose into a bit of boxing.
Did you just turn up at a gym, or did you were you a boxing fan?
No, hated it.
Okay, so because a lot of sportsmen, they're not actually fans of it. A lot of boxers don't actually follow boxing.
I like the football. I wasn't interested in any of it really. You know, when I thought I was going to be someone like a runner or
you thought you might go for athletics and possibly judo or something like that. Yeah.
The district level runner, and that kind of thing. But it didn't work out. So when you hit the effort button, as you say, and hit the drink and that, you forget all of it. But then. Andy Bowen, he said to me, Ben, like, you got to sort your shit. You got to sort your life out. Come to the boxing gym.
This was in your mid-20s, was it? Early 20s?
Yeah, I said 23, 24.
So what gym did you go to?
This was Rooney's Boxing Gym, London Bridge.
London Bridge,
yeah. I went to Rooney's Boxing Gym, and then I loved it, picked it up straight away, but then I went back to the drinking again, and then at 27, I lost my licence to drink driving. I lost my job, so
So between 23 and 27, you were just training, working out and out here and there,
sporadically. It wasn't,
So you didn't just go you went to there and you right. That's it. I'm going into the.
That's right.
Get a white collar, get a this. Sparring.
It wasn't full on.
Did you train on an ongoing basis or just here and there?
No, here and there. I was more drinking.
You might go 1 month and then you might not turn up for about 3 months.
1 year.
Something like that.
Yeah. But there come a stage where when I did lose my job, John Rooney said to me, "Why don't you do up the boxing gym, and with your carpentry skills, and then
you can train on the side of
That's right. That's right. So I started training, and I lost my place as well. So I was sleeping in the gym as well. Right, so I sleep in, doing it up and training. And I loved
So
it.
they're pretty much, you was like a gym rat then?
Yeah,
A proper gym rat, old school gym rat.
Addicted. And I just thought, I looked at boxing like this. I'm hitting this man, but all I've got to do is avoid his punches. And that's how I simplified it.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't think about all this technical rubbish. I hit you, you can't hit me.
Yeah.
And it worked.
But your style is all... Did you base your style around Nasty Muhammad?
All I watched.
Because if you look at your boxing...
Thank you.
You box like that. You're a bit unorthodox. You could have pretty much been at the Ingle gym in some ways. I mean,
I'm so glad you said that, because that is the...
and oddly enough, when Ingle gym... Sorry, I might be... Some of the aficionados might correct me, but... Until Harold Graham came to the Ingle gym, I think they were traditional, and then Harold came there, and everybody started copying him.
Yeah,
and then it became the Ingle
that
style.
new back style.
Yeah.
So all I did was watch Roy Jones and Naz repeatedly, and I'm very good at one of them people. No one taught me.
Yeah.
I just watch
and learn.
learn.
No, but that's the way. That's the way to do
That's
it.
talent. That's talent. That's talent.
Yeah.
So and that's how it ended up. And I was just doing, and no one could hit me. If I don't know what I'm going to do, how do they know what I'm going to do?
Yeah. So you prefer, because a lot of people have said, even Chris Eubanks had that senior. He said, you keep your hands down. You got a bit more of advantage. You can see a lot more. If with the hands down, you see a lot more. With the unorthodoxy.
When you're like this, you can only see forward. But when you're slipping, you're throwing shots up, you can't see the shots coming.
You got a lot more vantage.
And movement, angles.
Yeah.
Switch hitting.
Yeah. That can be harder in some ways, can't it? Or no, you didn't.
What do you mean?
Like, if you have low down, you are a bit more susceptible, you're a bit more vulnerable to counters.
Not if you're not
shots.
in the way.
Yeah.
Don't forget I won 2 title fights without getting hit. I went in looking pretty, come out looking prettier.
That's a man.
I did say to
he's still got a nice set of gnashes as well.
My nose is a bit fucked.
But I
said to Steve Goodwin,
this is still relatively straight.
It's not too bad. I said to Steve Goodwin, I said, every time my opponent hits me, I'll give you a tenner. The next day I said, I owe you fuck all.
Yeah, you probably are. Well,
that was no disrespect to Ryan Taylor, but that was just,
But you got a good set of teeth anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, so moving forward a little bit, then you stayed at the gym, you worked there, you became a bit of a gym rat.
That's right.
When
I met Mick Collier. Mick Collier.
That was your trainer, was it?
No, Mick Collier's a chairman of the British Boxing Board of Control.
So you met him randomly while you were still doing your thing?
He was a friend of John Rooney's, and we were training, body sparring. Yeah. He was beating me up, pads, and we become close. He's one of my closest friends.
Okay.
And then, very good man. He granted me a trainer license, and
because you became a trainer before you became a boxer, which is
I turned up drunk to that, and Mick Collier had to keep nudging me to wake me up. I owed my life.
You were still relatively had enough wherewithal about you.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So that's how it come about, really. To be honest.
So that bit you went first to train a bit. So who were you training? Are the white collar fighters or professionals, or just helping out?
I did a little bit with Chris Evangelou.
Father Evangelou. I know you're very close with that lot.
Oh, beautiful family. Costas,
I trained at their gym in Edmonton a couple of times.
I've trained the kids up there.
Yeah.
Just a few pros in the gym. Me and Ian Napa did a little bit.
Ian Napa, a good mate of mine.
Who's the guy that sadly passed away?
Very recently?
Committed suicide, the Irish guy, Olympic.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember. Sunderland fella, isn't it? Something like that.
That's him. Yeah. So we used to Darren Sutherland. We used to do a little bit. One of the hardest men. Oh, Ben Murphy.
Ben Murphy. Yeah.
Oh, I sparred him. It was
he about your weight as well? Some featherweight or something? Something like that.
But it was Tuesday. It hit me, and then it was Saturday all of a sudden.
Do
you know? I'm not scared of anyone, but I wouldn't fight him.
Yeah.
So we was doing a bit with each other.
Some guys just have your number, don't they? Sometimes.
Well, no, he's just strong.
Yeah.
Just strong. When he hit you, it just throws you. I've never been hit.
Was he a power puncher or just a strong puncher? Because sometimes you get power punches.
I've never been hit. I've been hit by heavyweights, not as hard as him.
Yeah.
So then I had one white collar fight. A year later, I had another white collar fight. A year later, 32 years of age, I sparred Darren Hamilton in my own gym because I built my own gym.
Here.
Ringtone Boxing Gym.
Yeah. And the original incarnation of it.
That's it.
Because I think you've modified it and changed it around a couple of times.
That's right. And I was granted a license through Mick Collier, and then I went Won all my fights.
So you had 2 white collars, basically.
That's it.
Okay.
A year in between.
Yeah, that's quite
That hasn't
quite
been
a bit of a gap in it.
that
That's a bit of a gap in it, yeah.
A bit? God.
That's massive.
Is it? I think you find it's more than a gap. You know, a lot of people don't. I don't think a lot of people understand how the achievement. I'm not big in myself.
No, I know, because you're going from 3 2s, and I've done a bit of white collar, but very low level.
A year in between.
Were there no contest exhibitions, or were they win and lose exhibition? White collars. Could you get different? Because you got me.
One was an exhibition.
An old boy fighting.
One was a one. So one was an exhibition and one
was a contest. Yeah.
1-1. Yeah.
So one was no contest and one was a victory.
And then 1 year later, turned professional. Against Robin Deacon.
So that's because Robin Deacon's experienced journeyman. So
and he come to win. If you ask him, he had a load of losses, but them losses are an experience.
Yeah.
And some journeymen go through the motions, but they had to get a win now and again. And he tried his hardest, and it was one of the hardest fights of my career.
Because a lot of guys, because people seem to think that journeyman. Because some things with journeyman is that a lot of them are actually pretty decent amateurs and that, but then when they turn over, they go into that mode, ticket selling, money, they have to sort of weigh
everything. You get a lot of money from being a journeyman, can't you?
Yeah. Because I actually, just to digress, I'm interviewing you, but I mentioned a little story about I had a little move around in Clapham and Danny McLaren's show with Anthony.
Danny's a lovely guy, isn't he? I love Danny.
And his brother plays for Hendon as well, near where I live.
What, football club?
Yeah, Hendon Football Club. And I owe Danny for that.
I owe Danny for a lot of things. Yeah, he's got beautiful eyes, by the way.
you a bit of an eye merchant,
I love eyes.
You just said to a waitress while we were having our brunch, you got lovely eyes.
I said to men as well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if you've got lovely eyes, you've got lovely eyes. Yeah, exactly.
So what? Everyone likes a compliment.
I had to move around with Anthony Campbell, and this is going back about 10 years ago. And then recently I had another sort of interclub at KO Combat, and Lloyd Heavenley, who's a trainer, used to train at All Stars Gym.
Is that where Ashley
Theophane and quite a few other guys, Tony Cox and 1 or 2 other people were training around there. I trained with him a lot bit, as my one-time friend Sam Hadfield said. You had more trainers than JD Sports.
I'm going to plagiarise that one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah. He said that Anthony Campbell was a good amateur.
I don't know.
But he boxed. He boxed Ricky Hatton and 1 or 2 others around that way. So he's fairly decent pro. But like you said, anyway, moving forward.
So yeah. Then obviously I won the Masters. I won the Masters. So I won all the fights. Won a Masters. Obviously, I won that in the first round. Ricky Hatton was there.
Yeah.
And guess what I hit with? A liver shot, first round on the floor.
Ricky Hatton shot, yeah?
Yeah. Ricky Hatton went good shot. Then, obviously, I went with Rod Julian, and we developed the style even more. And then I did an unbelievable performance against Ryan Taylor. And then I dropped down a weight.
Yeah.
And I went with Floyd Moore. And look,
that was at welterweight against Ryan Taylor, was it?
Light welter, but they called it super welterweight.
Yeah.
So then I went against Floyd Moore, and look, Floyd would say he won. I would say I won. I think the crowd influenced the fight. I was the B side. He was the A side. To be honest, I could have done more. Obviously, I'm a fighter. I thought I won.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
I like him. I even bought him a present. I even bought him a picture after the fight. It was a good fight, bloody battle. I like the guy. No disrespect, but as a fighter, I thought I won. Right. But I weighed in less, so I thought, what's the point of, fighting it that way?
Might as well fight at your natural weight.
I was on a plant-based diet. I kept going down.
Your weight, pretty much, you don't fluctuate in weight. You tend to stay the same, don't you? You're like old school, like Jim Watt and that. He walked around pretty much.
I don't even train and I walk around the same. I've just got high metabolism.
Metabolism, yeah.
Yeah. Everything's high, even my mind.
Yeah. And.
Everything.
Talk. Everything.
Blah, blah, blah. I can't help it.
I used to be like that, but
I need Valium to slow myself down. But then
that's why you're in good nick, because you're.
There you go. Blah, 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 blah. It's good energy, man.
You've got the energy.
It attracts nice people.
No, so, how many fights did you have altogether?
11. And the last
So
one...
one Masters title, 2 Southern Areas.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So Southern Area at welterweight and lightweight, was it?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
And then you moved down because you did it opposite. You see, you went rather than most fighters go up.
At 37, I went down. And normally, when you get older, you struggle and go up.
But what was the gap between your Southern Areas? So you won. What we talk about?
Well, so I won the Southern area.
After how many fights you won the Southern Area? 7 or 8?
9. 9.
So did you win Southern Area titles in back-to-back fights?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah, I thought so. Because you had just had...
I'm like Benjamin Button, I've just got one hair on my chest. I'm reversing the age cycle.
Yeah, exactly. You mentioned that as well.
So then I went to... the last one was a bit upsetting because I boxed Michael Devine.
Is that the one where you weighed in fully clothed?
Which I shouldn't have done with my mobile phones in my pocket. Yeah. And I was £5 under.
Even with fully clothed? Yeah, I remember that because our friend Ben Doughty posted it.
I had a 2.5 week camp, okay, and this is the truth. One of my school friend died.
So you had a lot of outer ring, external issues, basically. Yeah.
And what the bloke that did the planning permission on this place, he was in intensive care. So I was up and down the country, you know, and look, not making excuses, but it is what it is. I don't want to take anything away from Michael Devine, but we could have been £25 difference when we both got into the ring that night. Because I went under the next day, and obviously he put on fucking £18.
You don't really put on weight. You're just the same, aren't you?
Yeah, so that's right. And with a 2.5 week...
So you could weigh in, sort of, say, a week before the fight and still be the same weight?
That's right. You had to feed me up. So
sometimes you have to do that with sportsmen. You have to actually feed them up to sort of like bulk them up rather than the opposite.
That's right. So then I went, as you know, I got put on my arse the second round. Didn't even know it, didn't even see it. Got up, and then I was told that the ref says put your hands up and walk forward. But as a fighter, as my style, I walk with my hands down. I'm a
You were hands down.
And then he called it off, and I could put my hand on my heart, and I said I was all right.
I know I did. I'm not just saying that because you're there. I said it to you off camera as well. When you went down, you actually rolled backwards. You did a backwards somersault. You know, like flip back, forward roll.
I even tried to do the crit walk.
I don't know how you contorted yourself in that. You just went backwards, then you just sort of rolled around, got back up on your feet again.
That's right.
I think what might have happened that time is because of the weight disparity. And you got decked quite heavy. It looked like quite heavily when you first saw it.
He can bang.
Don't
forget my weight.
And then the referee thought, it might be a bit of a mismatch here. Kind of thing.
And don't forget my weight, right? Like when you're at featherweight or super featherweight, £25.
This was at super featherweight, wasn't it? That third
£25 is a lot.
Was that for a Southern area, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you would have been 3 times Southern area.
Yeah. So look, I can't take nothing away from Michael Devine. I took a risk and I fell short, literally.
Plus, he was quite big for his weight, wasn't he?
Massive, and he's a banger too.
And
then I would say not because of that. I fell in depression. Not because of that. I was diagnosed with bipolar.
Okay.
So it's not because my cat died, I lost. I was not long after that. I was in bed for 10 months. 10 months. I couldn't walk. I couldn't eat. Suicidal thoughts.
And you're quite an active bloke anyway.
That's right. You know, so with bipolar, you go low and you go high. But when you're high, I think it's a gift from God because you're creative, intelligent, and normal people can't think like that. And when you're low, you've got more empathy and more resilience. And to get that low, this is why they're good attributes to have. So this is why I do all my charity work. So my biggest achievement today is not the gym. Okay, I'm proud of myself for all my charity work and my titles. My biggest achievement today is getting out of bed and not killing myself after 10 years, after 10 months.
Yeah.
Salam alaikum.
So basically, for those of you who don't know, that Muslim greeting and what have you, Ben also fasts a lot. He lives within a Muslim community. He actually fasts during Ramadan.
My brothers, man, I've been in my Bengali community.
He intermittently fasts anyway, so he's always into his spiritual side.
That's right.
I'm just going to question you about your sort of like the weight changing and that. Would it have been beneficial for you if you'd sort of stayed at say one weight and then try to defend yourself in area, say the light welterweight.
Sometimes it was out of my hands because say my promoter Steve Goodwin would have given it to someone else.
Yeah.
So then if I was weighing less, there's no point, you know. I was strong and all right that way, but I just needed a proper camp.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know.
What would you say was your optimum weight?
Lightweight was fine.
Lightweight was fine for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you didn't go to lightweight, did you? Or did you?
I was
lightweight. So you went light welterweight, then lightweight, and then dropped down to super featherweight. Yeah.
And that's when I come unstuck.
Unstuck, but lightweight you was okay with, wasn't you?
Yeah. So
because you was on the cusp of either English title or British title, wasn't you?
Well,
which is quite unique for such a quick turnaround.
Steve Goodwin on record said, "Who is going to beat Ben Day in England at lightweight? Nobody."
If you had
after the Floyd Moore fight,
if you hadn't lost to Michael Devine, what would have been the next step? If you'd won that fight, would you
English and British?
Yeah. So it's just one of those career. Not ending, but defining sort of moments, wasn't it?
Things happen, and then 7 years down the line.
Was that your last fight against Michael Devine?
Yeah. 7 years down the line. Well, I was going to fight. I was going to fight my old mate Jamie Spate from Devon.
Okay.
But
that was in the pipeline, wasn't it?
That was in the pipeline.
I think you were you was getting a card and
that's right.
promos and everything ready for that, if I recall correctly.
But then, I started to feel low, life, things happen. And don't forget, I'm running a business.
Yeah.
Boxing's a full-time job. Running a business is a full-time job. I was doing both.
Yeah.
Right?
Did you like the old school type of athletes back in the day that had a business on the side as well? And like, we both football fans as well.
One without the other.
Old school footballers, they used to run a business and do the...
So the problem is I had HS2.
Yeah.
The impact of HS2.
Yeah.
There was no people coming down, so they didn't see the gym.
Yeah.
Then the impact of the pandemic.
Yeah.
I had no income in 2 years. 70% of my market still working from home. Right.
Yeah.
Now the business is starting to build back up.
Yeah.
I'm having a fight with Robin Deacon.
Yeah.
I might have one more, and then I'm going to.
What's that going to be? An exhibition, is it?
Exhibition, charity. I've always done things for charity.
When do you think you will have that?
No, it's on 20. I'm fighting Robin Deacon at the Selby Centre in Tottenham on the 26th of April.
So there you have it, guys. Rematch with Robin Deacon.
And if anyone
Selby Centre in Tottenham.
If anyone went to the first one, it was a classic. I was the good guy. It was the bad guy. We're all right now, but it was a war.
Yeah.
But
so he was the heel character.
Yeah, that's
he was
correct.
the face.
That's correct. That's correct.
I expect him from a pretty boy with nice teeth, and look, they're not out of place at all.
I still look. I'll go in looking pretty, and I'll come out looking pretty. You can't hit what you can't see.
Yeah.
Rough like an inch, sting like a bee.
So that's the next step, isn't it? Basically, and then
one more after that, hopefully, and then I'm going to get a license maybe from BIBA. I won't get one from the British Boxing Board and Control because I'm too old. And I respect the safety aspect of it.
Yeah.
But I'll go one for BIBA, and I could possibly be fighting for all different titles. I won't name them.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes, doesn't it?
We'll see how it goes. That's the dream. I've got a space in my cabinet.
He's got a cabinet over there.
So what I did, I bought the cabinet, won the bet.
Should we turn the camera that way?
Yeah, let's do it.
If it goes there,
bought the cabinet.
Area, there we are. You might see it. The bottom there.
Belt.
That's a pick it up.
Bought the cabinet, won the belt.
He's got a couple of southern areas.
Bought the cabinet. Guess what happened? Pandemic.
Yeah.
So that's the story. The show must go on. It's not over yet.
There we are.
It's not over yet.
Yeah. So okay. So that's probably more you in the camera than me. But so that's the next step basically.
That's
so just
correct.
waiting on logistical aspects like
That's
paperwork
right. That's right.
correction.
And look, don't forget
who's going to be training you. That's another, because from what I remember, if you don't mind me mentioning trainers, if you don't want me to, I won't. The last person I knew training
Sports. No, go on.
yeah, let me. Alec Wilkie, wasn't it?
Alec Wilkie
was a trainer that you was that I synonymised with you. You know,
yeah. He's got very good structure, Alec. I like Alec. And then Rod Julian. But I don't think they'd be interested in me because I'm too old. You know, they're like the young boys. Yeah. But look,
have you had quite a few, did you have different trainers for different fights, or did you have Rod Julian and Alec Wilkie?
Two trainers.
So you started off with Rod Julian.
Do you understand the first 6 fights I trained myself?
Yeah, I'm pretty aware of that. Because when you come from that white collar background, you're almost like you're doing it yourself. Like
I don't give a shit. I've achieved a lot. This is
what I'm saying. You know when you watch when you see the Creed movie, have you? Yeah, and he was training himself. You watch Rocky 3, Clubber Lang was training himself.
Right.
I mean,
all I had was a conditioning coach.
Sorry?
All I had was a conditioning coach.
Was that? Oh, you don't.
Mark Rahman. And then I had a conditioning coach. And then on the night, I had Paul Rees to do my corner. And I was told to get on and do what you got to do.
So Paul Rees, this was in your early fights, was it?
He just did my corner, my hand wraps.
Yeah, but in the first, half a dozen fights, is it?
Yeah. But no one trained me.
So what was there like an Angelo Dundee come in for the last couple of weeks to sort of like check
really,
it? Not even
really,
just to go on the corner.
Yeah.
Literally turn up on the day.
That's it.
Okay, that's quite unique. I mean, not necessarily unique, I suppose, if you're at that, pardon me for saying so, sort of small hallish level. Yeah. You know, you don't have a lot. You don't have a full-time trainer.
No one's done that, have they? Everyone's got a trainer. Everyone has 80 amateur fights. This is what I keep telling people, right? You've got a mini that's got 20,000 miles on the clock. You've got a mini that's done 130 miles an hour. Sorry, 130,000 miles on the. I've only got 20,000 miles on the clock. I'm 11 pro fights, 2 white collar. They normally have 75 amateur fights. Sparring the other day, sharp, the eyesight, everything's fine. Just my fitness. Yeah. Fitness I can work on.
Yeah.
You know, reactions, boom. I'm beating up 20-year-olds. So the show must go on. Salam alaikum. Alhamdulillah.
So there we have it. I mean,
thank you, everyone.
He's going. Still a few mileage left in the clock, as they say. Selby Centre, Tottenham on
the 26th of April against my old foe, Rockin' Robin Deacon. One more, then I'll get my pro licence.
There's going to be a few other fights on that.
Yeah, there's going to be a few other fights. It's kind of a few crossovers.
But
when I'm doing it to we lost 2 years no income through the pandemic, so we're trying to get some money back, pay off a few bounce back loans, and we're a little bit behind on rent. And I've always done it for charity, but you need to do things for yourself. So this is one another reasons why we're doing the show.
Yeah, and where can they get the tickets from? On your website, basically.
On the website, I'll be posting it out, and hopefully everyone can come and support, because this gym doesn't only change lives, it saved them, it saved mine, and it saved a few others. And we won the local business awards twice, 2 years on the trot.
And you're an independent gym as well. You don't get what money comes in as what you get. You don't get any grants and stuff like that, presumably.
Can I quickly go in there and show some of the charities?
You certainly can. Pick up the tripod.
I can't say it too loud because we've got someone in there. But
yeah.
So this is all the charity work we've done. Tens of thousands of pounds of charity for white collar boxing. That's important. Very.
Show them around the gym.
So this is around the gym. Beautiful gym. I used to be a carpenter, as you can see. Not bad skills.
The incarnation of it, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, I was 2 years of not trading because we were closed and people still working from home.
And you've got some famous faces.
Oh, it's everyone. Speaking to Roy Jones Jr., Roberto Duran, Guzman.
Latino warriors there, Eric Morales.
That's it. Vinny Pash, Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd, everyone. You know.
Robbie Duran.
All of them.
Yeah.
There's not one person I don't think I've met.
Hitman Tommy Hearn, Big George, who I also met.
Yeah. So that's that, everyone. Thank you for listening. Okay. Sorry we went on a bit. It was only meant to be a 10-minute
thing, but I think boxing fans and boxing people, we always talking it. Thanks a lot, Ben.
Thank you very much, my man.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Thanks
for lunch.
Welcome. Brunch, as they say. You're trying out posh in that. So thanks for anybody who listens to this and watches this. Thanks for looking in. And take care, everyone.
Take care, everyone.
Cheers.
Wish you good health.
Indeed.